Great to see you today. The last several months, I've been talking about gut health. This month, I'm coming in and I want to chat about one of the foundational principles of optimal health. My name is Elizabeth Cassano. I am a functional medicine health coach. Many people around Elite Physical Therapy also know me as Dawn's wife, and I am for almost 20 years. Lucky to have that guy around. This month, we said, okay, what is it? What can we talk about? Apparently, he has had numerous patients this month talking about their sleep patterns and just really not getting sound sleep. And to be honest, we're still on maybe the tail end of some stressors going on in our state, our country, our world. Then we've had some recent, play on other activity that's been very, it's been distractions. It's been unease. And those things all cause stress, which can impact sleep. So I totally understand that. With that aside, I just want to talk about sleep in general. I'm going to cover some sleep hygiene, and then I am also going to jump into some sleep scenarios that you can start tuning into your own body, because let's face it, from a applied functional medicine standpoint, we're always looking for root cause, and getting to the root cause of your sleep struggles is going to get you to the other side, which is sound sleep. So let's talk about sleep hygiene. What is sleep hygiene? Well, sleep hygiene are the great things that you need to be doing in order to prepare yourself for bed. Sometimes for many of us, that starts even early in the day, where we are not consuming caffeine and stimulants beyond 2 or 3 o'clock. Soda, tea, coffee, chocolate, not past 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then we get to evening time, and we want to make sure that we're eating our biggest meal of the day at lunch and not in the evening. We want to eat 2 to 3 hours prior to bedtime, but we don't want that to be our biggest meal of the day. Can keep us from sleeping because it's going to cause some GI upset, or just maybe it's reflux, which is part of the GI process. So definitely think about shifting your larger meal to earlier in the day. And then the big thing I also see and hear about is we are tuning into television, laptops, our iPhones, and that is keeping us awake until late hours. And so what happens there is all of this light is really confusing our body. And when our cortisol should be settling, allowing melatonin to rise, because we need melatonin to sleep, it's not happening. It's being disrupted by the lights. So we want to determine what time do we need to wake up in the morning. Maybe every day is a little different. So if you need to wake up at 7, you need 7 to 8 hours of sound sleep. So back yourself into what time it is that you need to go to bed. I'm not here to tell you what time you need to go to bed. I'm here to suggest, figure out where it is that you need to be getting into bed to get that 7 to 8 hours of sound sleep. I often remind my clients to set an alarm on their cell phone that allows them to be reminded, hey, it's 8:30, it's 9:30, start ready for bed. That means turn the TV off, start closing down the shades, whatever it is you need to do, read a book. Please don't watch the evening news. I promise there's nothing on there that is going to benefit any of us, okay? We can catch it in the next morning. We got plenty of time to catch the news. I don't watch the news, but there's plenty of time to figure out what's going on the next day, okay? So don't tune in. Yeah, if you need to catch the weather, then do that. But really, we're not missing out on anything, right? So now you're getting in bed, you're ready to go to sleep. Do you fall asleep pretty easy, or do you struggle going to sleep? Something to think about. You get to sleep easy, but do you wake up? What time do you wake up? Do you wake up and need to go to the restroom? Do you realize that you woke up because you needed to go to the restroom? Do you wake up and have ruminating thoughts? Okay, so you've woken up, and now can you go back to sleep? How easy is it for you to go back to sleep? In the morning, do you wake up before your alarm clock? Once your feet hit the ground, are you ready to take on the day, or does it take you some stimulants to get yourself going, and then 11 or 12 o'clock comes and you're like, all right, yes, now I'm ready. My day can get started. Each one of those scenarios I just listed has a different root cause. So maybe it is the melatonin, serotonin, tryptophan connection. Maybe it's the GABA glutamate connection. Maybe it's blood sugar. So as you can see, each pattern has a different root cause. Maybe it's something so simple as a snoring spouse, a four-legged fur baby in the bed with you. Maybe your child comes and gets in the bed with you, or you've got to get up and go into their room to console them. Sometimes our sleep patterns involve tweaking habits of other family members, even if it is our pets. So those are all things to think about. I encourage you to think broad and think, okay, what is it really causing my sleep habits? Is it because of what I'm doing myself in the evenings? Is it because I am drinking too much coffee? Is it because I'm watching these shoot 'em up movies and my adrenals kick in? Because your cortisol comes from your adrenal gland. So if your cortisol is still ramped up, you're not allowing the melatonin to come in. We've got a lot of different scenarios, as I mentioned. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty because the whole purpose of this is just for you to start thinking about your own sleep patterns and your own sleep challenges. So for those of you that have a hard time with sleep, jot it down. If you have any questions or need more direction, please feel free to reach out. I loved hearing from so many of you on the GI newsletters that I was writing, and I know you guys got some stuff out of it because I got emails from some of you that I knew and some that I didn't know, and I so appreciate that. So feel free to drop me a line. I'm more than happy to help you in any way. I've got a sheet on sleep hygiene that you can certainly put to good use. But just, do it for your own good. Journal your thoughts. And then once you have that journaled, then you can figure out, okay, what do I need to do in order to change this or improve what it is causing your sleep problems? I hope you guys have found great value in this. Happy summer. And until I see you guys again, cheers to your health.